Where is happiness? I'm 33 years old right now, and most of my life I have looked for happiness outside. I have looked for happiness in buying materials, in achieving statuses, in people liking me. It's only in the last years that I have realized that it's impossible for me to be happy if I do not start this process from the inside out, rather than expecting to be happy from outside in. I remember a friend of mine at a conversation telling to another friend about how, by knowing ourselves well enough, we can bring everything from inside out. And my friend was making fun of this. He said something like, so when you meditate or when you do blah blah, so all these things from the universe come inside you, right? He said in a sarcastic tone. And my friend said something very nice that I do not forget. She said, no, nothing comes from the universe. Everything is already inside. You just have to find it. And I took this word close to heart since then. I know that in myself, I have the capacity to do everything, as long as I find my inner motivation. It is somewhere deep down there. I just have to know myself well enough to find it out. So we do not create something by this, by meditating, by knowing ourselves, by reading, etc., etc. The more we look inside, the more we find that whatever we're looking for is already there. And it's the same for happiness. Because happiness, basically, as you hear from a lot of different videos, is where your expectations lie. You can have this in life, but if your expectations are this, then you'll be unhappy. You can have this in life, and if your expectations in life are this, then you're happy, right? So reality, expectation, unhappy. Reality, expectation, happy. So the same exact situation can have complete different effects on different people, depending on their expectation. And this is what I mean by looking for happiness inside. We're not creating something new. We're not creating something magical. We're just adjusting our expectations to the situation. But this doesn't mean don't do anything about life. Just sit there and accept things as they come. No. I will recommend you a very nice book from Viktor Frankl. He's an Austrian Jewish psychologist who was a prisoner in a Nazi camp in the Second World War. He talks about his experiences there as a prisoner in that book. It is a very striking book. But the thing that I remember most in that book is his sentence where he says, the only power that human beings have is to adjust their expectations and their attitudes to whatever happens to them. And this is the trick. Instead of trying to having the illusion of changing things in our lives, we can only do one thing. We can adjust our expectations and attitudes to whatever is happening to us in our lives. Because 80%, 90% of what is happening around us, we do not have the power to change. We cannot stop an earthquake. We cannot stop the economic crisis, not directly at least. We cannot stop from some people not liking us. But if we adjust ourselves constantly on what's happening around us, and then we will truly have the power to 100% change the situation, because we will change ourselves first. And that's what I mean by bringing happiness from inside to outside instead of expecting it from outside to inside. I will just finish with a small example. Imagine there's a virus called Corona that has swept all around the world and influenced your life, mostly negatively. You have two options there. You can wish that Corona ends and your life goes back to normal, which will not happen. Or you can sit down and think, okay, this is something that is not going away. I will have to learn to live with this all my life. How can I adjust my realities depending on the situation? And when you do these adjustments, maybe even such a universal thing like Corona might contribute to your life, because there's something to learn from everything. I hope you found this video useful. If you like this video and all my other videos, which I always try to share sincerely and from my experience, please follow me on social media, and if you have any questions, you can always ask me. It is my pleasure to answer, because the more I help, the more I talk, the more I teach, the more I learn. Thank you very much, and see you in another video. Bye bye.